Good morning. Welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I am Razzle11, and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. We are going to take a look at the pitching for today, the 20th of September. We have a 9-game day slash main slate, and then a 4-game night slate. Usually they make the evening slate the main slate, but they were smarter today about it, which is annoying content-wise. I wasn't really prepared for that. But anyways, it gets started in about 3.5 hours. So not a lot of research time this morning. Probably shouldn't have gone to bed early last night, but here we are. At the top, we get Nola, an underdog in this game. Atlanta's a minus 145 favorite. Game total of 9.5. It seems extreme with Nola on the mound, but he's made 2 starts against Atlanta and has actually been solid, allowing 3 home runs, but just 5 runs total in those 2 starts. Has not been great on the road, so there is the worry there. 20 home runs allowed on the road. Pretty big number. Has not gone beyond 5 innings over his last 3 starts. Recent trends just aren't that great for him. Plus, he's taking on Atlanta, so no thanks. George Kirby, the chalk of the slate, I assume, did beat Oakland earlier. Did not pick up strikeouts. Wasn't the greatest performance. He hasn't been great on the road. He also hasn't really been all that solid recently. Bunch of road starts in there. I think he bounces back a little bit in this one. It's going to be super popular. He's a minus 250 favorite. But for under 10K, especially after how he had to spend up for so much pitching last night, to see all these guys a little cheaper today. Obviously, these guys aren't Cy Young guys like we had last night, but still, I think it's going to make it easier for roster construction on this slate. Merrill Kelly at home, a minus 115 favorite. Game total of just 7.5. San Francisco did knock him around quite a bit. Uh, he's been a different pitcher when pitching at home, coming off a rough start, but his last 2 home starts have been absolutely elite. 38 plus fantasy points in each of them, 12 Ks in each. I love the upside for Merrill Kelly. He's not some lock or anything, but there's plenty of upside with him. Kyle Bradish. I do enjoy some Bradish. Taking on Houston, I'm not sure that I'm going to go there today. Houston is a minus 115 favorite, game total of 9. Well, with that said, Bradish can definitely get it done. He's been solid on the road, especially recently. But do we really want to take a pitcher against Houston? Not necessarily. So I do have a feeling he's going to end up being left out of my pool. Hunter Green taking on a Minnesota team that definitely has power. Green is a minus 120 favorite. His home numbers have not been great this year. He's giving up a home run every 3 innings at home. That's not a great number. But we know that he has massive K upside, and that's the one thing that intrigues me. His last home start, which was absolutely dominant against St. Louis. We know that Minnesota strikes out a ton. So I am going to be in on Hunter Green. I understand it's going to be super volatile, but I wouldn't be shocked if he's one of my higher owned pitchers on this slate, just trying to aim for that upside start. Seth Lugo against the Rockies. He's made 2 starts against them, 16 Ks in 14 innings, just 3 earned runs allowed. He's been absolutely dominant against them. He's coming off a pretty solid start against Oakland despite allowing 3 runs. Was great against San Francisco, great against Miami, solid against St. Louis. So he's been trending pretty well. Obviously that Houston start, but we don't really hold that against pitchers because Houston is such a strong offense. Lugo makes a ton of sense as a very chalky option. He is a minus 278 home favorite. Logan Webb was in the Cy Young conversation for a while and then just kind of faded. 2-0 against Arizona. K numbers haven't been there in those 3 starts. Isn't as strong on the road, but I really like the upside that Webb offers, especially being priced down. Arizona is just a minus 115 favorite. Uh, Game total just 7.5, so uh, expected to be a low scoring game. San Francisco could certainly pull out the win. I'm interested in Logan Webb, a decent chunk here. Um, I mean, I'll have him lower owned than like Lugo and Hunter Green because I think Hunter Green's upside is just greater than Webb's. But I wouldn't doubt if I have Webb similar to Merrill Kelly in my pool at this point. Bailey Ober against the Reds. He has been solid on the road, coming off of a solid start against the White Sox, but I don't really think I want to take him in this ballpark. I know Cincinnati does have some strikeouts available, but he has allowed 20 home runs on the season, about a 1.5 per nine, uh, which isn't extreme in this day and age, but he's allowing home runs in every start he's made since early July. I mean, so basically every start in the second half at the major league level, he's allowed 1+ home run. I don't really like that in this ballpark, and he just doesn't have the same ceiling that Hunter Green does. Green obviously has a home run issue as well, but when Green is right, there's a ton of strikeouts. I don't know that that's the case with Bailey Ober. Christian Javier did all right against Baltimore earlier. He's been solid at home, but he still hasn't been the same guy this year as he was last year. I'm not going to take Christian Javier against Baltimore. Lucas Giolito has made 2 starts against Kansas City and been dominant. Coming off of a ridiculous start against Texas, I don't know what to say about that one. Uh, do we chase that? I, he's a minus 155 favorite here. Game total is 9, though. Um, I think we have to play him just because of the upside. His 21 strikeouts over his last 14 innings. These home runs are the big issue. Uh, so I think I'm gonna go lighter. I think there's a chance I end up underweight on him. Like if the field overvalues his last start, I would guess he's probably a 15 to 20% play in my pool. John Gray against Boston. Not really interested in Gray. He's not throwing the ball that well right now. Wasn't good against Boston earlier. Hasn't been as good at home. So there's a lot of things working against them. Strikeouts haven't been there the last couple. I don't have a problem passing on John Gray today. He is a minus 135 favorite, but I think I'll pass. Elder, not really going to take him against Philadelphia. He did dominate them earlier. He has been best at home, but I don't. I just don't think I'm going to go with Elder today. Kopech is opening. Uh, they moved him to the bullpen, so uh, I wouldn't expect anything more than an inning or two out of him, so I'm not going there. Brian Bale, big time K numbers last time out, which is nice to see because he hasn't been a huge K guy. Shut down Texas quite a bit, but again, not a ton of strikeouts. I'm probably going to pass, but I'm more intrigued by Bayo than I would be of John Gray in that game. Josiah Gray against the White Sox has not been good at home. He's coming off of a 10K performance. I'm a little interested in Josiah Gray. Minus 135 favorite. He obviously has upside. The White Sox overall not that strong of a team, so at least give me 10% Josiah Gray just in case he gets it done. Not I don't know anything about Joey Estes here. Um, it is going to be his major league debut. He came from Atlanta in the Olsen trade. Decent strikeout numbers, higher walk rate, just decent numbers overall. Maybe there's some K upside. I got to dig into his year by year numbers here, just because we know Seattle can strike out. It's a dangerous spot. Seattle's a massive favorite, but if there's plenty of K upside, that makes the 5K price tag interesting. Let's take a look real quick at pitching on this four gamer this evening. Kevin Gausman for sure. 21 Ks in 14 innings against the Yankees, just 8 hits allowed this season. Coming off of a rough start, hasn't been as sharp on the road, but a ton of K upside, and that's what we like. Justin Steele at home this evening. Game total of 8.5. Might be some slight wind blowing out, but nothing too extreme. Chicago is a minus 170 favorite. If you remember correctly, this game against San Francisco, the wind was blowing out to center, and he absolutely dominated. So I am definitely in on Justin Steele. Mitch Keller did shut down the Cubs earlier. Hasn't been as sharp on the road, so that is a worry. Has a handful of really strong starts again, minus this Atlanta. I think Mitch Keller is in play. I just don't want to get too heavy on him because he does have the ability to let us down quite a bit. Bobby Miller should be pretty popular. Hasn't been as strong at home, but he's not too bad. Strong performance against Seattle despite giving up 3 runs. The strikeouts have been there the last couple, so that offsets the runs that he's allowed. He's actually dominant against Atlanta recently as well, so very interested in Bobby Miller as a minus 240 home favorite. Reese Olson against the Dodgers. Just 2 home runs allowed on the road. Intriguing. 2 runs or less in 4 straight starts. The issue is those are the Yankees, 2 against the White Sox, and Cincinnati. Um, so there are some question marks there. Plus, this is the Dodgers. So I'm just not really all that interested unless the Dodgers do rest some guys, which I wouldn't be shocked if they start doing again. I know they did over the weekend a little bit. Adrian Hauser against the Cardinals. I have some interest just because the Cardinals have been pretty weak overall. St. Louis is a minus 115 favorite, but pretty close enough to a pick 'em. So Hauser probably is going to make it. Zach Thompson, I don't think I'm going to get there, but I'm intrigued a little bit. His numbers at home have been much better than on the road. The last couple starts haven't been all that great, but even allowing 3 runs, he still put up 21.6 DK points. Smaller slate, we might have to consider Thompson. Michael King has been kind of surprising as he gets lengthened out. Probably still only going to, top out at 5 innings. But K's have been there the last couple starts as he's lengthened out. I'm interested a little bit. Toronto is a minus 120 favorite, only a 120 favorite with Gausman. Game total of just 7.5. That tells me that Vegas thinks that King is going to compete pretty well in this one. So there we have it. There's a look at pitching for today. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, get that alert anytime we drop videos. If you want to join us, get access to our Discord tools, sheets, coaches. I'll put links in the description below. Use promo code RAZ, it's RAZ, for 10% off. And as always, best of luck, everybody.